In a world gone feral, survival isn't enough. One boy must become both predator and prey to defy the darkness. Will his fight mean salvation, or is humanity already lost? A decade after the fall of civilization, humanity's soul has crumbled. Communication is gone, survival is primal. In this feral wasteland, one nameless young man fights a ruthless gang of cannibals to save his sister, an unforgiving struggle in a savage world. The screen fades to black, a cataclysm struck, society fell, and desperation forced the living to feast on the dead. Cannibalism became survival. Deep in the wilderness, two figures, a rugged man and a sharp-eyed boy, spot a boar carcass. The boy, bow drawn, hands the weapon to the man. The arrow flies, grazing the beast. Following the blood trail, they reach the dry bed of a dead lake. Only a sad fish remains. Disheartened, they return to the woods, spotting a blockade. Amid scavenged treasures, the man finds tobacco scraps, while the boy pilfers cookies, greedily munching behind the man's back. A blaring car horn shatters the silence, an accident that draws hungry dogs. They hide in an abandoned car as feral beasts prowl outside. Soon they move on, arriving at a camouflage cabin. Inside lies a girl, pale and feverish, her stomach wound oozing. The man filters dirty water for a sip, giving her a pill from a dwindling stash. Morning brings peril. The boy, distracted at a makeshift toilet, sees strangers closing in. He bolts back, masking the entrance. The man senses danger, packs the girl, and slips out the back. The intruders burst in moments later. Outside, the trio crouch near the outhouse, the man hiding the girl. He bravely confronts the intruders, but, outnumbered, he falls, beaten, stabbed, and dragged away like prey. The boy and girl clutch the outhouse lid shut, unseen. Later, the boy examines the girl's wound, festering, lethal. With their last medicine stolen, desperation sets in. The boy considers mercy killing her, but falters, haunted by guilt. Gripping his father's photo, he follows a bloody trail into the bleak, frozen wild. Hours pass before he collapses near a river. Then, a boy, small and timid, appears. Following him, the nameless hero finds an old man's home, kicks down the door, and steals clothes and a jacket, ignoring their terror. Blood trails lead to horror, fresh fire embers surrounded by remains, a hand, a skull. The boy buries his father's skull and climbs a tree to scout, but fate laughs. He slips, crashes to the ground, and winces in pain. Barking dogs close in. He crawls to reignite a campfire and fends off shadows, wild and frantic like a modern-day Mowgli. Spotting a tent, he sneaks in. Inside, a corpse, a treasure trove of tools, matches, a knife, a whistle, a snap of a twig. Someone's watching. A child flees upstream. A cannibal woman sharpens knives. He follows her back to camp, avoiding tripwires, and rummages for medicine. She returns, and in a chilling game of rock, paper, scissors, he grabs a stone and bashes her head in. He wipes blood away, hides the body, and escapes. The gang finds another child, the one who spied on him. The leader locks medicine in a chest. The boy plans. At night, he creeps through the sleeping camp, stealing the leader's key. Instead of fleeing, he locks the trailer door from outside, setting the gang into chaos. He sprints, his footsteps an anthem of rebellion. Cannibals pursue him, relentless as predators. One stumbles, another dies. Blood spills as the boy outsmarts, traps, and even dons his enemy's clothes. Armed with a stolen bow, he wounds the leader but spares him, leaving the crippled man to the growling dogs. Reaching the old man's house again, horror awaits. Its doors ripped apart, the elder's body torn. Stricken with guilt, the boy steps outside, only to be ambushed and knocked out. The cannibals prepare a fire, savoring their next meal. Tired and desperate, the boy whistles, summoning dogs. The beasts descend, chasing the cannibals into the dark. The boy escapes, scavenges his gear, and watches as the leader's arrogance gets him killed, devoured by the very creatures he thought he ruled. At last the boy finds a safe house. Water flows, food is abundant. But peace doesn't last. The wounded leader appears, searching for him. A gun is drawn but jams. Another fight erupts. Struggling for breath, the boy strikes the leader's wound and ends him. Outside, he leaves food for the young boy he met earlier, hoping for redemption. Returning to the cabin, the boy finds the door ajar, his heart breaking. Everything for nothing? He sinks to the ground, sobbing. A hand touches his shoulder. It's her, alive. A flicker of hope lingers as the screen fades to black.